Hey Greg, how you doing?
All right, Damien, how are you?
Hold on one second here. Um, after the San Jose game, how frustrated you were with sort of the effort the guys put forward, and then what you contrast compared to with this effort here. What's the difference out of the guys you saw today?
Yeah, I mean, I think the guys obviously were the effort they put in, the grittiness, the commitment to just to stay with it, keep pushing forward. As we got down a couple times was outstanding. Guys were gassed and they kept going, they kept pushing and kept fighting. Obviously very pleased. It's another point that we got out of character and hard work and some adjustments along the way. And I still say lots of things for us to continue to progress on and work on, and was by far not a perfect match. But again, in a derby away from home, the intensity of it and the competition side of it, we were there to match that and to push through some adversity as we kept getting ourselves in behind.
And also the performance of Dejan and Cabral. How big is especially for Dejan in his first game of this rivalry to get on the board there, and then Cabral, who sort of had ups and downs here since he's been here. How big is it for these two guys to score today?
Yeah, again, I thought it was a really important day for both of them. Again, for Dejan, that's his thing. He's a goal scorer, and he's on this team, and he has a career because he puts the ball in the back of the net. Obviously, he needed and needs a little time to continue to adapt to his teammate, his teams, the league, and all the things that are there for him to reach his full potential and continue to grow as a player. But for him to get a couple goals tonight, to get things started, to have that joy of putting in the back of the net and feeling that is wonderful. Because if we can start to get him rolling and getting some goals, and we get Javier back, hopefully in the next match, Kevin has 3 goals in 4 games now. You're starting to talk about a supporting group in terms of putting the ball in the back of the net. So, and now we need to support that with some defending and keeping the ball out of the back of our net, so that we don't have to have 3 goals to take a point, or 3 goals to hopefully to take a win is what should happen. So we've got to clean up some things. There were some really evident moments and some things for us to talk about and work on during this break, and try to come back improved on that side of things.
Thank you, Damien. We'll go with Josh Gessman next. Josh, go ahead.
Hey, Greg, thanks for taking the time. I know you touched a little bit on the defense there. I imagine that the 3 goals given up is sort of going to be one of the things you focus on. I know you've been working on this, and this was the focus on the defense. Did you see any improvements just in this game? And I know it's a rivalry game, so maybe you throw some of that out the window.
Yeah, I think there's some things in there that are positive to take away. I think too often we create our own demise in many ways. When we are, our back line sometimes is getting pessimistic and moving backwards when our midfield and front group is trying to step and get pressure on the ball. Huge spaces happen between our back line and midfield line. I feel like our back line needs to be a little bit braver at times about recognizing and helping our midfield to get pressure to the ball and to squeeze space and condense space. Sometimes we're just not active enough as a back line and moving and squeezing. We're not active sometimes in rotating from side to side and pushing our fullbacks out to get tighter to wingers, and our strong side center back coming across to help us defend that space. And there's we keep creating these little in-between moments where we're not really sure who should be doing what. And that is absolute gold for an attacking team, especially a team like LAFC, is they want you to have this lack of clarity and you to be kind of in between things, and that's where they thrive. And so we've got to match. We got to get our back line in sync with our midfield and shifting and being more active and together. And again, it's another moment where the first defender on 3 occasions on Rodriguez in front of the goal gets beat, which just can't happen. I mean, a guy can't carve through us like we're cones in our box and put the ball atop. It just can't happen. It's simple. That our guys, all of us will be watching that video for the next 20 years on highlight reels, and that's not a position that any of us would want to be in. So I was in one of those when Preki cut us up in 1996 a few times, and It's not something you want to keep watching over and over for the rest of your career, but we need to get better on the first defending. So there's some things for sure on that side that we need to focus on and continue to build. But I thought, again, the character of the day was great. Obviously nice to get some of those guys on the board, those attacking players on the board as we continue to move forward.
And Greg, on Efrain Alvarez coming into the game really seemed to give you guys some good forward momentum, and then also pushing Julian Araujo up on that wing. I mean, they combine in there really to get you guys back into this game. What do you see from both of those players?
Yeah, with the move there was to bring O'Neal in as a third center back and to go more of a 3-5-2. That would give Julian a little more confidence, maybe to take higher starting positions. Puts Efra in kind of we call a half space, or in a little bit of space of uncertainty where he could get on his left foot and make some decisive passes and some decisions for us, which he did. But giving Julian a little bit higher starting spot meant that he could be more aggressive and with the cover of O'Neal underneath him. And so I thought that it unbalanced him for a little while. It unbalanced him long enough for us to get a couple good looks and obviously a goal. Getting two guys in front of the goal was the other option of that we were looking for there, and going to a 3-5-2 was trying to get Kevin and Dejan in front of the goal together to see if we could get on the end of something. So, but Jules, his engine to get up and down has been fantastic for us. Again, I just, things for him to keep working on is some of the defensive reads. I thought, they picked on him right at the beginning of the game, just trying to put Rossi in behind a couple of times, which I thought put Julian a little bit on pause. He wasn't as aggressive defensively. He was at times not really wanting to get too tight to Rossi, and that's also dangerous if you don't get tight to him and he gets a chance to run at you. That's also a problem. So things for us to, again, for him as a young player to keep working on. Efra is, what we always say of Efra. He gets into these fantastic spots and hits incredible passes. His vision and his timing is all great. For me, just today in the derby was we needed to defend in the early stages and try to be more compact. So we chose to try to bring him on to make a difference at the end, and he did that. So, but that's, and as he continues to grow, he's going to get better and better on both sides of the ball and be a mainstay for us.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks so much for your time.
That's it. Thanks, everybody.
Hi, everyone. We have LA Galaxy forward Dejan Joveljić, who had 2 goals on the night. We'll start with a question from Josh Gassman. Josh, go ahead.
Hey, Dejan. Congratulations on the 2 goals. You score 2 goals. You get your first goal for the LA Galaxy in a big rivalry match. What does that feel like for you?
Actually, it's amazing feeling. When you score is always good, but especially when you score in derby, that's fantastic feeling. I'm very satisfied and I'm looking forward.
I have to ask about the atmosphere. I mean, I know maybe it wasn't completely full, but it was probably pretty loud for you. What did you think of the atmosphere around the rivalry and the intensity of the rivalry?
Was amazing. I want to say that our fans were amazing. Also, I want to say that opponents' fans were also good. But yeah, atmosphere was amazing. I was really enjoying to play.
Have you? I haven't watched your entire career, but have you played in games this big before?
Actually, I played, but this is something different.
What makes it different?
Fans are crazy.
Very
positive,
Thank you, Josh. We'll go with Damien Calhoun next. Damien, go ahead.
Hey, Dejan, before today's game, how comfortable were you in the system what Greg wanted you to do in your first 3 games here?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah. Before today's game, how comfortable were you in your role of what Greg wanted you to do on the field?
I was comfortable, but I didn't get so many balls that I can score, and this game comes and I had some opportunities and I make some goals. Simple.
Anything different you did, or you were just finding ways to get out?
No, I did the same thing like in the previous games, but sometimes comes, sometimes not, but I have to do my job.
Mm-hmm. All right.
We'll go with the last one with Larry Morgan. Larry, go ahead.
Hi, Dejan. Congratulations on a nice game. I have a 2-part question. One, Can you talk about what happened on both goals? And two, is there a little back and forth between you and the fans, especially after the first goal? You kind of put your fingers to your ears like to shut them up or something, or a little back and forth there?
After the
Were they
match,
hard on you?
I saw that video when I scored the goal, and I don't know why I did that, but yeah, it comes in the moment, you know.
How about what happened on both goals? Talk about the plays. The first goal, it looked like you were a bit surprised that the ball came to you.
No, I was expecting the ball. I wasn't surprised.
Oh, okay.
I was waiting, and I scored. Second goal, I did my run. I got a very good ball from Seb, and I scored.
Okay, thank you.
Dan, thank you so much for your time. We'll take the first question from Josh Gessman. Josh, go ahead.
Hey, Julian, have to imagine that was a pretty crazy and fun and chaotic game whenever it's all said and done. What does it feel like to walk away with a point from that?
Yeah, I mean, it feels good. Obviously, we wanted to go away with 3 points. Obviously, we didn't get the 3 points. We came away with 1. I mean, we're playing at their stadium is very difficult, especially with their fans. And yeah, it's a derby, so it was just I mean, it was good that we held on our side. We kept fighting, and we're all glad that we're walking away with 1 point. I mean, every point counts in this league, so we're glad we got 1.
I think you got 2 assists on the night. Greg talked about pushing you up onto that wing a little bit there in the late minutes, eventually getting the ball back to Cabral for the goal. What did you see, and how much room did you have over there on that right-hand side?
I knew as soon as Efra got the ball, he was gonna play me into space, and I knew with my speed that I was just gonna try to get in behind the defender. I seen everybody coming back towards to protect the goal, and I seen Kevin just staying right there. So I just wanted to play it back. It's like Greg wants us to get to the end line and cut it back, and I think that's what we did today.
You get goals from Dejan, 2 goals from Dejan, and 1 goal from Cabral. What does it mean for this team to see some of those new guys come in and start scoring goals?
Very good. I mean, it's good. They score a lot of goals in training, so it's good that it's finally paying off in the games. And they're both very good players, and they have a lot of talent, and they're just going to continue to score more goals. And yeah, just be ready for them.
Thanks, Julian.
Thank you.
Thanks, Josh. We'll go to Andy Danza, Yahoo. Andy, go ahead.
Hey, Julian, how's it going?
What's up, brother?
You said earlier this season in the first half that you just like to play against this team, and it kind of elevates your atmosphere, your level, your intensity. Can you just talk about the spectacle that it was today and how these games always seem to play out so wildly?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. These are the games that I've always grown up wanting to play in, and this is why we play football today. These are the games why we do. But it was an amazing atmosphere. Our fans were there with us 90 minutes, and yeah, because of them we kept going, and it was a very good game overall. The adrenaline was there the whole 90 minutes. So I'm happy. Like I said, I'm happy with the point that we got, and obviously we wanted a 3, but it didn't go our way. But we'll take the point.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thanks, Andy. We'll go with Gio Garcia next. Gio, go ahead.
Hey, Julian. I was gonna say congrats, but it was a tie. But like, man, dude, you're a baller. I mean, like Andy was just saying, you always definitely step up in these games. And
thank you, man.
It's amazing to see what you've done on the defensive end. But this year, so much you've just been an offensive threat. When that final, the 2 assists, were you surprised that this season the way that the guys were able to finish off? Because I know last season was a lot different with some of those crosses, but this year's everything seems like it's coming together for you and the team.
Yeah, obviously, like this season is just a lot different in terms of we have a playing style. We have a very good coach. He has ideas, and we try to just do everything we train to do. And today, like we got the ball to Efra in the middle, and we got the ball to the end line, like cut it back, and we had a Kevin that was there. And the first assist that I got, I knew that they were all pushing back, running backwards, so I just wanted to clip it in and hope that they would make a mistake, and that's what they did. And Decky was there to finish it off.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We have one last one from Sophie Nicolo. Sophie, go ahead.
Hey, Julian. Fantastic game today.
Thank you so much.
I wanted to ask you, There are a lot of players who haven't played in the Los Angeles Derby, El Tráfico, as we all call it. Did you guys do anything to help prep them? Was there anything different in training, whether it was from Coach Vanney or from players who have already experienced this? Can you talk us through that a little bit, if there was anything a little bit different leading up to this?
No, I don't think we did anything different. We knew that it was just another game, but we knew that it was a very important game. We knew what this game meant to us and to the city of Los Angeles, and it was a derby. And like I said, these are the games that why we play football. And we battled for 90 minutes. We didn't give up. We were down the second half, and we just kept going and tried to get another goal, and we did. And we walked away with 1 point. And yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Julian, thank you so much for your time.